This is another Greek style coin, but we are getting close back to India actually. There's a coin in the Indo-Greek kingdom of one of the later kings called Artemidoros. The identity of Artemidoros is a bit unclear. He may have been actually Scythian, because there's a coin where one of the readings suggests that he was the son of the Scythian king called Weise. But as with Indo-Greek kings, some of this stuff is not entirely known. They're pretty much known only from their coins. You have the portrait here of the king's bust facing right with a diadem on his head. And the Indo-Greeks had legends on both sides, and they, after Menander, they set it up so that you didn't have to flip the coin to read it. So you have Basilius, and then they have a title, Aniketos, which is invincible, and the king's name is here, Artemidoros. Since his name is Artemidoros, the reverse has a play on his name with a rather playful portrait of Artemis, goddess of the hunt, pulling back her bow. Let's see if I can zoom in on it a little. Okay, it's a pretty nice portrait. The reverse is in this script called Kharosthi, and the language is Prakrit, which is an Indian language, which was originally the vernacular for Sanskrit. And let's move this down. Okay, here we go. Now, like with the Greek, they have flipped the legends here too. It's not a continuous legend, and Kharosthi is read right to left. So Artemitorasa is over here, and Maharajasa apadihatasa, which is a literal translation of King Artemidoros the Invincible. And the Indo-Greek kings, these are the monograms which have been used to identify where their kingdoms may have been. This is a tetradrachm on the Indo-Greek standard, so it's not a lot of tetradrachms on the Attic standard, so they're like over 16 grams. The Indo-Greeks in India use the Indian space standard, so the tetradrachms are smaller, so they're like about 9.3. This one itself is 27 millimeters and 8.7 grams, and that reduction, there's natural wear and tear on a coin as it ages and it's stored, and depending on the conditions of where it was put in a hoard. And as usual, comparing it to George, still a little bit bigger than the quarter. It is a tetradrachm. These are fairly scarce. This Artemidoros is not one of the more common kings. Even drabs of his don't show up that often. Tetradrachms also don't show up that often. He does have bronzes, but again, he's one of the later kings. He's fairly scarce. Probably not a very long reign. He reigned somewhere between 100 to 80 BC. These are the waning days of the Indo-Greek kingdom as the Scythians are coming in, and by 50 BC the Scythians would have taken over, starting about 50 to 100 years, about Indo-Scythian rule before the Kushans came in. So again, an Indo-Greek king, Artemidoros Aniketos, the Invincible. And then, as I said, what I really love about these coins, and I'll just focus on enough on the way out, is this, the playfulness of Artemis. It's like, she's out there, you see the bent bow, she's hunting. It's a very natural depiction, and again, it's likely a play on his name, because his name is based on Artemis. Artemis, the twin sister of Apollo, and who's generally the goddess of the hunt. And even though she's a virgin goddess, she's also the goddess of childbirth. Go figure. Anyway, that's it for today. As usual, if you like this video, please subscribe, hit like, and hit the bell icon, and you will get notifications. That's it for now. See you soon.
I'm sick and tired of living in a van down by the river.